on. Okay. Share screen. All right, so have you created a Canva account yet?
I have not.
Okay, so you'll want to go to canva.com and they'll just have you created an account. And when you log in, it'll bring you to this.
Okay.
So there are so many different things in here. Canva's been around like 8 or 9 years now. I've been using it and now everyone knows about it, but that's okay. And we want people to use it. And it has so many different things you can do. So the easiest thing from your home screen, there are tons of different categories, but then you can also create a design. And I'm gonna go turn out my son's TV. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm trying to not have them on TV all the time, but the other thing you need to do is click here and do create a design. You have all the different layouts, and then right here you can actually search. So if you don't want to go through all those and you're thinking I want a Facebook cover, you can search that and it has all the different types, even event covers and so on. So that's basically if I wanted to create a Facebook something, I could search through the Facebook designs. Exactly. So there's and you could do Facebook post and Instagram post. There's email headers. There's Facebook event covers, presentations even, which put it in the like a PowerPoint size. Oh, nice. They even have video now, which is a little newer. And you can see down here, that's like some of the templates. So they already have some templates pre-made, and I'll show you some of those as well. But we'll go through this side first. So all your designs, every time you make something, it's just gonna save it. Oh, and I should say the majority, hold on. The majority of this is going to be no cost. I do have an upgraded version, so some things you'll see aren't free. I think it's like $99 a year or something like that for the upgraded version. But I use this for like 6 years without ever paying $1. And I just decided last year to upgrade. Okay. So the templates, when you click that, it goes through and shows you all the different templates. And if you click a specific category, then it's going to show you the specific templates. And we'll go through those in a minute. No, let's start with those. So I'm going to decide to do a Facebook post, and I'm going to click on this category of Facebook posts. Okay. And originally, so it has all of these templates. Now the other thing I could do is create a design Facebook post. And I usually go in that way, just the easy create a design button. And the reason I usually go in there, let me just see, oh, Yolanda's popping on. Let me make sure we get her volume that she can hear me and everything. Yolanda, let me know if you can hear me and everything.
I can hear you.
Hi. Okay, I won't mute you because there's just three of you. So, Yolanda, have you been in Canva yet?
Yes, I've used Canva before.
Oh, good. Okay. So what I've already done is I've done create a design and gone onto Facebook posts. And so then we have our blank design where I can start doing things. But if I wanted to, I could come through all of their templates over here. And so they have recent ones that I've used. If I search Easter, they have a bunch of Easter templates. And right now they even have coronavirus templates.
Oh, wow.
So if I click see all, they have all these cute virtual hugs, stop the spread, stop the bugs, all of these different things that you can play with. I'm actually not going to do coronavirus. Let's keep it happy and go Easter. So if I search, it will show me some of those. Now, if you see me hovering over these, in the right-hand corner, it will say free if you don't have to pay for them. But like this one is not a free one. However, if you have the upgraded version, it would be free.
Okay.
So for now, I'll just pick one of the free ones. Let's go with that. And it brings it in here. And today I'm gonna show you how to do one with a template as well as if it's just blank. So with the template, if you really wanted to, you could just click in here. So if you double click, you get in the text. You could remove that because you're not the Andersons. Maybe to all of our friends, you'd want to double click and change it to clients and referral partners or something.
Mm-hmm.
Now it doesn't fit well, so we can, change that if we want to. We can also move this around, and if you see, it has guidelines, so it helps you know when something's in the middle. And then if we want to do something really quick and simple, and we just want to pop our logo in here, we can go to uploads and upload our logo. And as you upload it, it will come up in here. So I've already uploaded my logo. I could click here. And then with my upgraded version, I actually have folders where I can put logos. I just have a logo I like better in here.
What is the cost for upgraded?
I think it's about $100 a year.
A year? Okay, not bad.
And then I can just put it in here. So there, now I have something simple. It took, I mean, how long has Yolanda been on here? Like 4 minutes? So in 4 minutes, I just did that. And if I come up here to this down arrow, I can click there and download it as a PNG. Normally you download it as a PNG and then upload it to Facebook. But if you're making something that you want to print, you might want to download it as a PDF. There are videos, there's GIFs, there's other file types, but this one is just a simple PNG. And I can come up here to change the file name. So I might say Easter graphic. And that's it. I don't do the publish to Facebook because then it's just a different, I just like to download it and upload it to the places. Now, if I wanted to play with this more, there are tons of other options over on this left-hand column over here. So we were already in templates, but if I went into photos, maybe I want to add a photo in there. I could add a photo. We're going to play with that more when I do a blank one. Elements is really neat. It has a ton of different categories. So it has little graphics, it has photo grids, it has frames, stickers. You can see there's just lots of things in here, even specific coronavirus graphics. And you can come up here and search. So if you say Easter, you can see all the different graphics I could add. And the pro ones mean that they're not free. Let me see. But then you have free ones too. So if I click on there and I can move it around, maybe I don't think that this matches very well. If you look, when I added that, these came up. So I can even click, and when I click on a color, it allows me to change that color. And the same with this graphic. Maybe I don't like the colors of the original template. If I click on the back, if I click, actually you have to click on each egg, but I could actually change the egg colors. So maybe add some of that pink in there. And then same with my text. I could say, oh, I want the text this color instead. It's coming out a little ugly, but that's okay. You can play with it. The other part of this is maybe I want it smaller. I can just hover over it and make it bigger or smaller. I'm gonna move that over there. I can also, when you use a template, they will group everything together so it moves together. So you do have to click ungroup. So if you ungroup something, you then can just make that one piece smaller or bigger. I still want it lined up with that, so I try to get the guidelines there. And then you can also change the text color here. You can even change the font. So if I click over here in the font area, there are tons of fonts in here. So if you scroll through, the ones with the little crown means that it's not free. The ones without the crown means it's free. But if you look, there are tons you can still use even if you don't pay for it. Now, if you're looking for a specific type of font, if you come up here in the search, almost everything in here is searchable. You can say, oh, I want handwriting, or you can type handwriting, or they even have the most searched ones. If I click here, I can go through and see some of them. But if I even write, I think I've done like Western or something, it will come up with fonts it thinks are kind of Western. Or if you write, I still like the handwriting, but cursive, which is script, it will come up with those ones. And so you can click and it will change that text to that. There we go. And so on. You can just keep playing with it. We'll change it. And there you go. You can make it bigger font right here, just like if you were in a Word document. Some fonts allow for bold. Some allow for underline and italics. You just have to see, like if I went to another font, it might have not have this grayed out. You can also change the alignments. Maybe you want it all uppercase. You can change that. If you get into graphics where you want to add lists, there's bullet points available. And the spacing is actually between the letters. For some reason, they default the lines like this to 1.4. So sometimes I want them spaced more apart, or I want them to come back together. Can you see how they're doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then same with the letters. Maybe you want to space the letters. So all of this is stuff that like graphic designers used to have to use really tricky programs to do. But this is just, you know, so simple to play with and move things around. You can also duplicate. So actually I do this a lot for my graphics. I'll take words and I'll duplicate it. And then to kind of give it a shadow effect, I'll click on this button and maybe choose a different color. And then if I just click on that box, whoops, click on the other one. Doesn't matter, whichever one. You can use your arrows on your keyboard and move it up and down.
Oh, nice.
And then it gives it kind of that 3D effect.
Oh, yeah.
So it makes it stand out just a little bit more. Yeah, I do that. I think that's like one of the only little things I add on sometimes. Let me see. Copy style, so you can copy the style of the whole graphic, but you can also make things transparent. I'm going to show you that in another one. And then you can add links. So if you're making a PDF that you want links in it, you can highlight text and make a link out to something, which is pretty neat. All right, so I'm going to do a blank one now. Oh, let me just go back into elements. One of the other elements I really like here are the frames. So as agents, we always like to, you know, for a lot of the real estate agents, they like to have their photo in there. So sometimes I will pick a frame, just a circle. I'm gonna make it smaller. Put it to the side. I'm gonna go back to my uploads. And then I could upload a photo, or I'll bring over Annalise's. I can just click and drag it. And if I double click on it, it allows me to center it. Okay. And then if I click on text, I can add more text. So I might say, if I add a subheading, Annalisa Gutierrez, realtor. And then I can drag it to make it more centered, maybe bring down the font, move it around. Once again, I can change the color, all of those things again, just to kind of play with what it looks like. The music is for the videos. We'll get into some of these in just a second. So that is, if you use a template, there's just a variety of things you can do here. Do you guys have any questions about this part of it?
Nope, that's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna go like this.
So, one question. You said that'll save. Do you have to do anything to save it somewhere?
Oh, so no, it saves as you're creating it, but then if you want to save it to your desktop, you just have to click up here. But as you go, it will save. So if I went to my home screen now, and you'll see all changes saved right here as it saves it. Did you see that? Okay, so then if I go back to my home screen, if I logged out and I didn't save it or anything, if I went back to my home screen, under all your designs, you'll find it again. And there it is. And you can create folders and put these in them to organize them and all that. For some reason, I am not very organized, but anyway, there they are. So I'm gonna go back. We're gonna create another design. I'll do a Instagram post. It's just a little bit of a different sizing. And I'll have a blank one. Now, if I don't want to use a template, there's some other really neat things I could do. I could just start with some text, and it does have all this text in here, but I usually like to give myself a background first. So down here on the left-hand side, there's background. And if I want, there's all these different backgrounds. So I could put in a landscape, I could put in a brick pattern. Maybe because it's Easter, I want to come up here and type egg. Nope, no backgrounds with egg. Let's see, frost. Oh, sorry, that's under photos. Maybe I just want a pink background. And then it will bring up all that. So you have to, this one is a little bit more like words with patterns. So maybe I just want that background. So it will come up with different ones. I sometimes use the backgrounds, but I really like the photos feature over here. With the Pro, all photos now, there was a time where some photos you still had to pay $1 for, but now all of them are free to use. You don't have to pay copyright anything for them. So that's a really neat feature of going Pro with Canva. But there are still some free photos. Let me see. I guess because I have Pro, it's just saying everything is like that. But let me go in. I'm going to click the Easter one again. Again, you could search house in here. Maybe you're doing a graphic that's get a free current market analysis. You could search a generic house photo. Maybe you just want a apartment building and you want to talk about renters and make a graphic for that. You could search apartments. There's lots of different things. But here you can see for Easter, they already came up with a ton of stuff. Oh, that one was free. So there aren't as many free things, but maybe if I had searched cross or eggs, there'd be some more free graphics. Oh, there's a lot. Oh, there's a free one. There's another free one.
So probably if I had a free account and I search cross, it's only going to pull up the free ones.
So
you get all of them because you have Pro.
It will actually pull up all of them. That's why you need to hover, because what will happen is if you don't do the Pro account, you can still use those graphics and they only charge you $1 to use them.
Okay.
So sometimes it's even worth it just to use that, because if you're only going to make so many graphics a year, you're only paying $1 if you use things that are not free.
Okay.
Same with like bunny or house or rat. They suggest things like rabbit. So I'm just gonna click this little guy. So cute. Everybody likes bunnies. And then I can make this bigger until it fits. And let's say I wanted to, I could double click on it. Whoops. I can click on it and move it too. Okay. So I'm going to put the bunny right there. And then I'm going to go to text. And these are cute little, so I could just add text and start typing. These are font combinations. So I might click on this font combo. Maybe I want to put it like here. I can make it smaller so it fits right in the white if I want. And then I might double click it and say, Easter blessings. Now I can also make it wider so it all fits and center it. And once again, come up here and maybe change the colors. They even look, if you look photo colors, it's looking for what colors are in the photo. So it's saying, oh, you know, this color might kind of match that. Maybe you should use that one. And then you have your graphic, which you then again can go and I have the Netflix thing because of my April Fool's picture. Go and say I want to put my logo here in the corner. And you could do it as simple as that, but then of course we have these other elements. The elements just really give you a, you know, you can add a little bit extra to it. So if I scroll down here, I like the stickers. This is where if you wanted to make something into a GIF, you could add a sticker. Let's just add confetti to the background or something. This is kind of probably not what I would finish with. The dog is barking back there. But if I wanted to, can do that, and it gives it like an extra thing. And if you look, it says 8 seconds now. So if I wanted to download it, I could do it as video or a GIF. And so you can actually create your own GIFs now. I could also do, let me delete that one. There we go. You know,
so what was the 8 seconds for?
That's how long the clip would last if you downloaded it as a video.
Okay.
So if I wanted to, I could click on like the little hearts. Maybe just add that to the side. And now you can see it made it into like a little video. So if I wanted to, again, I could download it as a video or a GIF. And now you can put that on, you know, Facebook or share with someone or comment to someone with your GIF. All right. You get that out of there. Out of there. So there's lots of different ways to use some of these other ones. You can see you can still add in all the different graphics, and even the graphics you can make bigger or smaller. I think I should do that. The lines, maybe you want a line in the graphic, text background. Maybe you don't like this photo anymore. You can actually just click on the photo, delete it, and go to photos again and say, oh, you know what, I really want these dogs instead. And you don't have to make the photo fill up the whole thing. Maybe you just want it to be half of one. You could do half of it. And often I'll do something like that, and then I'll go back to my elements. And one of the other elements you can see I recently used are some of the shapes. So if I use a square shape, I can bring it down, move it into a, maybe I want it to stop right there and leave my logo and center my logo, or maybe I want it to go the whole thing. Now, if you look, I just accidentally covered my logo. So what I want to do is click on the shape and do position backwards. So you're sending this to the back of the graphic. And that's anytime, like if I just added this feather here, I don't know why, but maybe I would like the feather. And put it over here. I can also do position backwards, it disappears, or forwards. Same with like if I put it on top of the Easter blessing, position forward or backward. It's just a way to kind of, whoops. Move it around. I can also, with the graphic right here, you can flip the graphic around. You can again change these colors of the graphic. And then this square, I don't really want gray, so maybe I click up here and I say I want it to be pink, or I want it to be blue, whatever it is that I want it. The other thing I can do is delete that square. And so because this hasn't covered the whole background, I can come down to these backgrounds and say, oh, maybe I want that to be the background. And then it puts it behind the picture. So, and even with the backgrounds, if you look, that gave us a bunch of options. Let me show you those options. It's better when you can see all of it. So I could say effects, and it actually like changes. Oh, I don't have that. Hold on. Let's not do effects. Oh, there's background remover. I haven't played with that before. The filter. I think you can do this with the photos too. Yeah, let's do it with the photo instead. So with my photo, I can filter the photo, make it different shades. I can adjust the photo's brightness. It's even like a little photo editor in here. I can crop the photo, flip the photo, lots of different things in there. And I can also, let's say I put the Easter blessing up here. I can make the photo more, right now I'm doing Easter blessings. I can make it more transparent. Same with this.
That's what I wanted to know. You could make that almost like a watermark.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's also nice too if you're, like if you use a big photo and you want to put your logo on there. Like sometimes I'll put my logo and it won't appear very well. Let's move this down here. Make that all the way 100. But right now my logo isn't appearing very well right here. But if I click the picture and I make the picture more transparent, my photo pops, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's playing with those little things that make it fun.
Yay. That
Yay. Do you
is
guys have
fun.
any questions?
This is awesome.
No,
Yolanda, you have any questions?
no, I just learned a lot of stuff because I was doing just very basic things, very simple, but there's so much to do with it.
It
Yes.
is. It's such a great program because you can look. I mean, I used to tell people would be like, wow, you do all these great graphic designs. And I'm like, yes, I do. This is my secret weapon, right? Because I never thought, when I worked in print, so I sold print advertising, we had a graphic designer and he was incredible, right? He knew how to come up with some of these layouts and things. And my brain isn't oriented to, oh, this layout looks good or this layout looks good. I know how to change things, but I don't, coming up with some of these template layouts is really what is nice. And so for so long, I would just come in here and say, oh, the Remax agents need an Easter post. Let me click that one and add a logo in and send it to them. And now I make them a little different, only because a lot of people have Canva, and so you'd see the same picture with all the just different logos everywhere. But it just makes it very simple, and a lot of times I'll just come in here and just to have fun with Remax, the ungroup, and then I think I can take that out. For Remax, I would just come in and I'd like click these and I'd change it to red, white, and blue. So it would have more of the Remax colors, things like that, just to give it more of that feel, even though, it was originally another color. So yeah, go in there and play with it and let me know if you guys have questions. I didn't really get into the videos, but there's video templates now. That just happened in the last maybe 6 months, where you can actually put in a video background. You can make this the whole screen. You can make it part of the screen, and you can add in words. So there's tons of fun things now you can play with.
And there's nothing you can do to break it or blow it up. That's the key for me.
Yes, I know. If you mess it up, you just have to, and this button right here is the same as saying Control Z, which is what I use, undo. But this button right here just lets you back up and fix it. The most wrong thing that happens is I usually spell something wrong or I put a wrong date on it and I have to go fix it after I've already posted it. Oh, let me show you one last thing. Let's say this was a graphic I really liked, and maybe I'm doing a post for Facebook, and I'm saying, all right, for that Facebook post, now I'm going to have an event page as well for maybe the Easter Bunny is coming, and I want to promote that. Well, this is something that's only available in Pro, but you can click resize. And you can say, oh, I want a Facebook cover photo, copy and resize, and it's going to give you a whole new graphic with all that. It will keep the text, it will keep the color scheme, it will keep the graphics, and it will just resize it. Did it do it? Where'd it go? That's not a face. There it goes. Okay. So now it's showing you have all this extra room. Well, then maybe I just want to take these, duplicate them, and I just keep on making a graphic that's similar to the one I had to kind of go with my overall theme. Now, if you don't have the Pro, I'm going to give you one last tip. If I copy all of this, I'm going to do Control-C, copy. I go back over here, create a design, Facebook cover photo. It doesn't do it as nicely, but you can just copy everything you wrote and paste it. This is what I did all the time. And then it brings it in, and you just have to kind of move it around and make the sizing different. Oh, apparently I didn't get the background copied. Copy, paste, and it put it all pink so that I could just duplicate these and move them around, and it just makes it so much easier to kind of get a common theme going. So, all right.
Okay.
Well, let me know if you guys have any other questions. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
I'm working from home, so I am going to play with this.
I know there's plenty of time to play with this right now.
There's time.
It's so fun. Make those Easter posts, and what else do we have coming up? Maybe like a Cinco de Mayo post and all those. You're all set. So, all right. Well, take care, everyone.
Thank you so much, Frankie. I
You're
really,
welcome.
really appreciate it.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye,
Yolanda.
Stay healthy. Bye.
Bye. Bye.